So personalization really is at the heart of everything we do. I think we, as a company, we set out many years ago, before my time, Daniel set out to, help a million artists have a living off what they do and to put free music into everyone's hands. So that's where Spotify started. And to do that, I think the very first thing is discovery. If we're going to help lots of artists make a living, we've got to help them be found by our listeners. So discovery is at the heart of everything we do. The more we discover, the more we can personalize what people like, what they're listening to. And very recently this year, we launched our new free tier, which is the whole new experience for those people on the free tier. And the main thing that we've done there is really help people get going straight away. As soon as you're in the app, give them the opportunity to like certain artists, and then for us to curate, based on our 180 million users worldwide, curate music for them very quickly. Now, the more we do that, the more that we personalize that experience, and they have, that is for them, really quickly becomes an enjoyable thing for them. The quicker we're learning about them. We're obviously learning about their music taste, but actually we're learning a lot about them as individuals that, from an advertising perspective, we can then work with our brand partners and bring them into that environment. And our listeners really trust us. The people who listen to Discover Weekly and some of the big playlists that we have, they trust us every week to deliver this. And hopefully we can allow advertisers to benefit from that trust as well. And yes, of course, we have all the technology behind it to help with targeting and so on that you mentioned. But I think at the heart of it, our main focus is have a great user experience with the new free tier, bring advertisers into that, and hopefully bring the two things together correctly. The advertising experience covers the sort of channels you would imagine with us. So it's audio, goes without saying, but also video, which a lot of people maybe it's not the first thing they think about when they think Spotify, but we have a really growth engine in video. We transact programmatically, we transact directly, and this year we also introduced Ad Studio, which is our self-service platform for small businesses as well. So I guess what you would call all the traditional ways of being able to buy advertising across all of those channels. I think what we're trying to do is, every one of our users is logged in and registered. Okay, so that's a big USP when it comes to advertisers being able to target. And I think that one of our strategies overall, we talk about ubiquity. So we make sure that if you want to listen to Spotify, you can listen to it on any platform, whether it's a connected car, whether it's connected speakers, gaming consoles, TVs, and so on. Now, what that allows us to do is say, okay, now we know that an individual is streaming in the car. So rather than guesswork and advertisers, if they want to reach the morning commute, just buying media between 9 and 6 and 10, we can actually say, these people are in the car, streaming Spotify, and you have the opportunity to target an ad to that environment. So that ubiquity strategy is driving that sort of context of what people are doing. We obviously have all the agent demo side of the registered users, and then what we call streaming intelligence. We look at what people are listening to, we look at the tempo, the genre, the types of music, and we bring those together to help an advertiser target that individual in that moment. In Europe now, in 2 or 3 countries, we're now introducing custom audience segments and sort of more enhanced targeting, which is a combination perhaps of client data, our data, and third-party data to start to create some more segments that broaden that offering to more advertisers. Well, I wonder whether some publishers can learn from what we're doing at Spotify. So we have, I think we set a benchmark in ad quality. So we have a really simple premise, which is we expect if an advertiser, for instance, wants to buy video with us, we set the benchmark The ad will be seen. It will be seen all the way through. The advertiser will only pay when the ad's played all the way through. And of course will be seen by a human. All pretty obvious things, but that's our standard. That's not something that, you know, it's after 3 seconds or just when the video starts. And we think that's a massive USP. The other thing is that we're talking about more and more is we have a very light ad load. So compared to commercial standards where it might be 10 plus minutes an hour, we're much lower than that, 4 minutes. So as an ad experience, what we're realizing is by having the high quality ad formats and less of them, when they do play, people pay attention. And we've done research in one of the markets in the Netherlands with TNS that shows that people on average are paying 17% more attention to our ads than standard radio, for instance. So, you know, I think there's some lessons in that. And I think in a world where advertisers are worried about transparency and quality of environment and all those things, our view is like just set the bar high and give them all of these things and make their buying decisions easy.